We're here today to talk about the importance of sterilisation containers. And the question we'd like to ask you is, are you sure that your containers are truly sterile? Over to you, Elijah.
Every stage in the CSSD process is focused on reducing hospital-acquired infections. As we all know, hospital-acquired infections place a massive burden on the hospital and the patient's safety. This contributes to increased costs, delayed recoveries, and extra pressure on the clinical teams. That's why everything you do in CSD is critical to patient safety. Throughout the entire process, from decontamination through to cleaning and sterilisation, everything you do is around reducing hospital-acquired infections. The process is only as strong as the weakest link in the chain.
That's why today we're focusing on sterilisation containers. We believe this is a critical part of the process that has currently been overlooked. Sterilisation containers are designed to maintain the sterile barrier and keep your instruments sterile from storage, transport through to your theatre unit. Are you placing the same standards on your sterilisation containers as you do other packaging systems such as wrap or pouches? No one would use an instrument from a pouch or a wrap set that had been impaired. But how are we checking our sterilisation containers?
There are a couple of current ways of checking containers. Firstly, there is a visual inspection. This can help identify issues with the container, however it is very subjective and depends on the person carrying out the test. The other option is a water test. This involves filling the container with a small amount of water and then tipping it upside down to see if there is any leakage. Again, this only identifies major failures and is very time consuming and hard to do inside your environment without taking up a lot of space. Both of these tests are very dependent on the person carrying out the test, and it doesn't give a clear pass or fail every time.
So Elijah's referred to visual inspection, and a number of departments are doing this, but it's interesting speaking to a lot of you that it's not really systematised or done on a frequent, repeatable basis. And there's one other big issue with visual inspection. It comes down to the human eye. The smallest hole a human eye can see is 100 microns. However, a microorganism is only 1 micron. There's a major mismatch here, and it means that you could get 99 microorganisms lined up side by side, walking through a hole in your container seal, and your technicians would not be able to see that hole in the container. This is where ConTeg comes in and is really changing the game for you and your departments. It's been designed to provide a fast, consistent, reliable test that's independent of human judgment and can be easily incorporated into your department workflows.
To perform the test, you simply pack the crate as per normal and place the suction cup on top. You then press the button and the test is carried out. This creates a vacuum inside the container and measures leakage of air into the container over time.
ConTeg is designed to fit perfectly into your workflow in your department. It typically sits in the packing stage. This means that when an instrument set is packed and the lid is put on your container, the ConTeg test is performed. It takes about a minute and allows your team to perform other tasks in the department while waiting on the test. Following the test, you get a very clear pass or fail on the screen of the machine, ensuring you are confident that your instrument set will be perfect for your next procedure.
If the container has a second filter, this is also sealed with a blank cup. One of the key advantages of ConTeg is its consistency. No matter who is performing the test, the result parameters are predefined and can't be changed. This helps remove subjectivity from the process and ensures consistent results every time.
So the ConTeg testing is non-destructive, repeatable process and is documentable, allowing integration through to computer systems or label printers, giving you batch information on every test. Some interesting studies have been completed, particularly in Europe, comparing ConTeg through to visual and water test inspections. What shows up in these studies is the sensitivity and repeatability of the ConTeg test. In one particular study, a hospital compared 489 containers across 3 testing methods: visual, water and ConTeg. ConTeg had by far the most significant fail rate on this test, with up to 19% of their containers failing with ConTeg. If you truly want your containers and instruments to be safe, ConTeg is the gold standard.
ConTeg provides an objective and reliable way to test your containers, reducing disruptions throughout the hospital.
The team at Hallmark Surgical is passionate about reducing cancelled and delayed procedures. We understand that instrument set failure is a big contributor to this.
If you'd like to learn more about this machine or arrange a demo with our team, we'd be glad to hear from you. Please reach out today.